Alright, here we are. Game 1 in this set of 2 between CDEC and Wings Gaming. We get right on into this draft as we take a look. Both sides, they've gone through 2 bans, they've gone through 2 picks, and for CDEC, they've banned out the Magnus, they've banned out the Abaddon, and now they've banned out the Juggernaut while picking up the Crystal Maiden as well as that Nyx. Wings Gaming, they've banned out Monkey King, Life Stealer, as well as the Medusa while picking up Slardar and Lena. So we take a look at these 2 picks already for both sides. You know, you try to wonder where Nyx is going to go. Crystal Maiden obviously going to be in that, you know, hard support area for CDC. And Wings Gaming, they've kind of got a similar situation. You could see a Nyx, of course, for CDC in the 4 spot or the 3 spot. And same can be said for Wings Gaming with the Slardar first pick. And then they've got that Lena, who should be mid. But Slardar usually a 4 position, at least thus far. And recently in the meta. And we take a look at these other bans. CDC, they'll ban out Weaver. And then Wings Gaming, they've banned out the Naga. Thank God. So Slardar, Lena, you've got stun on stun already. You've got the Slithering Crush as well as the Light Strike Ray, and now they've picked up the Phoenix. Interesting pick coming out here for Wings. And then for CEC, of course, you've got the Frostbite, and that'll work well with the Impale. So for Wings Gaming, you take a look at what they've got thus far. Alina, going to be over mid. Maybe we see Slardar kind of roam around in that 4, Phoenix be that support. But who knows? I actually haven't seen Phoenix in forever in my cast, but, you know, things happen, and we get to see him once again. But CDC, they've picked up this Morphling, which is probably going to be a safe lane Morphling, as a pretty safe assumption. Now you've got Morphling, Nyx, and Crystal Maiden. For this Morphling, you're just going to try and open up some space with your other heroes such as Nyx and Crystal Maiden. So let's see what they go with for their 4th pick. CDC. See if Nyx is 4, Crystal Maiden 5, Morphling 1. So they still need a mid, still need allegedly an offlaner. Since they do have that Nyx that could go 3, could go 4, but let's see what's a good matchup against this Lena. And really, you try to think about what is possible up against the Lena. You know, Lena is not one of those heroes that really does that well from behind, especially when you get a couple of ganks mid, take her out 2, maybe 3 times early on in the laning stage, and Lena has a rough time recovering. So you want to maybe pick someone up on CDC who could go up against this Lena head-on, and with Crystal Maiden and Nyx, maybe see a couple rotations come out towards the mid lane for CDC. So Puck gets picked up. I do like Puck up against Lena. And then Slark for Wings. So Slark going to be safe lane, Lena going to be mid. And then CDC, they've picked up Morphling safe, as well as Puck mid.
10 seconds remaining.
So we get into these last bans for both sides. We'll see what CDC and Wings ban out. Try to think what each team really needs. And Wings, they're going to ban out Enigma. And then CDC, let's see if we can guess this one. Phoenix is going to be that 5, Slardar 4, Sark 1, Alina 2. You still need an offlaner. You can really do well with. You know, could go Clockwork, wouldn't be too bad. But they do ban out the Rubik, so maybe they're thinking something else for Wings Gaming. And I like to see it. You know, you live, you learn, you cast. So you're going to ban out the Rubik. CDC and Wings are going to be on their last picks. Let's see what both teams go with coming into this draft. Maybe We see something off lane for CDEC. Like a Clockwork or a Tide Hunter. Centaur still on the board. So Centaur still available for both these teams. You don't usually stack Sardar and Centaur, but Centaur wouldn't be bad here for CDC. Puck mid, Morphling safe lane, Centaur off lane would be pretty nice. And they're actually going to go with Undying. So Undying, Puck, Morphling, Nyx, Crystal Maiden. Let's see what Wings do to counter this.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It's just very surprising to see something like a Centaur not get banned, not get picked.
10 seconds remaining.
So you always got to expect it, especially in this off-lane role when it kind of is available. But they are going to go with the Earth Spirit. So they've got Earth Spirit 5. Maybe Phoenix offlane with Sardar 4, but Sardar could be in that offlane spot with Phoenix 4, Slark safe lane, Alina mid. So in this tournament thus far, between these two teams, they really haven't stacked up many wins. Between the two of them, they've only taken 2 series 2-0. Wings is 1-5-0, while CDEC, they are 1-1-8. So they're both looking towards the bottom of the bracket. Luckily for them, FTD Club C exists in this top league, who's at the bottom of the bottom at 0-0-9. Don't know why it says connection failure returning to matchmaking. Is that just going to be there? Alright, no it's not. So let's see who's on what. CDC, we've got Flyby on the Morphling, Lugia on the Puck, June going to be on that Crystal Maiden. We take a look over at this Nyx, going to be played by Sepp. And finally on the Undying, it will be Demons. For the other side of Wings, we take a look. Ice on the Earth Spirit. Blink going to be mid with that Lena. Faith Beyond off lane with that Slardar. Shadow down low in the safe lane on the Slark. And then Y on the Phoenix. So Phoenix is going to be that 4. Not going to be in that off lane. There was a hint of it, maybe. But that could just be a mixture of me not really knowing where Phoenix goes at this moment in time and where it was in the draft. So Faith Beyond on this Sardar, something we've seen quite a bit in DPL. Faith Beyond, however, has struggled in the offlane in DPL. And I know this isn't exactly a major or a premier tournament, but this is somewhere where you have that opportunity to scrim, somewhere where you have the opportunity to make mistakes and try and get down these heroes, especially before a tournament like Kiev. So let's see how Faith Beyond's going to perform. He's definitely someone to look at during this two-game set. Obviously, Wings, you know, they are going into that tournament, so we're going to want to keep an eye on all of them. We'll have to take a look, really, in my eyes, at Faith Beyond. So Ice actually going to get stunned up. A couple more shots would do it. The Rolling Boulder. Demon's going to get in the way. One more shot should be there, and First Blood is going to come out for CDEC, and that will be Demons taking out Ice. Why trying to do as much as he can to keep the Earth Spirit alive with that Sunray, but just not going to be enough. So CDEC, they've already got the leg up. Wow, already 16 strength with that Decay. Demons is going to hit hard. So let's see if they go in down low early. They've got the Nyx, they've got the Undying, a pretty solid lane overall. You just get the Decay, push back Shadow as well as Y, especially with a big hit like that. When you've got some nice Decay stacks on you. And He'll eat another decay, and Y already down to 130 health. You're going to use that salve. It'll be used up real quick because you've only got 380 max health at this moment in time. So Demon's just going to be a problem, and he's going to get hit by that rolling boulder of Ice. He'll eat that tree with the Tango, walk away. And this ward will be dewarded by Y. Nice little sentry coming out there, and will be a nice 100 gold going the way of this Phoenix. So already at the top of the CS chart is going to be Flyby on this Morphling. We'll see if any rotations come out a little bit later on. Maybe, I'd say about when maybe Sark hits 6. Could see a rotation of both the Phoenix and the Earth Spirit early to go on Flyby. Right now Flyby is by himself, but not too far off is June, so they're going to have to know that. The Crystal Maiden nearby if they do choose to go up towards Flyby with both the Earth Spirit and the Phoenix if they make their way top. So there's a big stun coming out, rolling boulder again, but Y already getting very low. One more shot should do it from Demon's gonna get hit twice. So I miscalculate, and there's going to be the pounce. He's leashed up. Demon's going to be in a little bit of trouble. He's just trying to hit away. There's the Spike Carapace to try and stun down Shadow and Ice. They're still trying to go in. Shadow, he's looking for that pounce, but it doesn't exist for another 10 seconds. Demon's just trying to run away. Shadow going to try and chase him all the way to the tower, but not going to be enough. And there's the decay coming right on back towards Shadow. So Shadow just does not have pounce on soon enough, and now he actually hits away at Sep a couple of times, and then over mid, we're going to miss it, but Lugia does get the kill on Blink, so 3-0 in favor of CDEC already. So definitely the opposite outcome of where I thought this would be. I did not expect CDEC to be up 3-0. Meanwhile, Lugia just trying to get to that top shrine. Will make it up the stairs, and there's a courier nearby. Finally going to be made into a flying courier. Blink spots it. Thought about going for it. Gets one hit in, and then just does back off. Now, Demons, just a couple of pod shots back and forth from Ice. We'll have to see how these lanes really go. It's really just Demons harassing out Wings and time again with this decay. He hits hard after he gets a couple of stacks. Rolling Boulder going to miss. Put Ice down into the river. And now continuing to move over is Demons going to get another decay. Ice, he might be forced to use the shrine. And, you know, that's maybe not the best move. Blink doesn't get any of that. And of course that saves your life as the Earth Spirit, but now that's taken away from the Lina over mid. So Blink, he's without the Shrine bottom, which is usually a nice bit of regen, just in case you do get a little bit low. The silence comes through from Ice, but nothing more, as that Rolling Boulder will be off the mark. So take a look over at Sep. Sep sitting 16-4, doing all right. There's the pounce with the Sunray. Spike Carapace is going to be thrown out, but he's still leashed up. Really just going to harass back this Nyx. Not doing too much of a job of it, but it is doing something. And then coming through is Demons, who's going to find himself in a whole bunch of trouble. But there's the Soul Rip as well as the stun from Sep to follow that up and keep this Undying alive. Take a look over top. June in a bit of trouble, but now Flyby coming through. There's the Slithering Crush to finish off June, but maybe not worth his life as that kill goes to Flyby. So Faith Beyond going to fall to the midst of Flyby. Flyby not going to be there in time to save the life of his Crystal Maiden. Not a huge deal, but a kill going for Flyby is not what you want to give up if you're Faith Beyond. Yeah, you find yourself a kill. You're almost level 6, but is it worth the feed towards this Morphling? So now CDEC, they're up 4-1. We take a look at early at this net worth. It's about 2,000 gold in favor of CDEC. Looking pretty nice for them. We take a look over at Seth. He's a level 5, trying to get that level 6. And maybe we'll start to make a rotation. We actually take a look over mid, and there's the stun. The Light Strike Array is going to hit. There's the Frostbite with a nice Dream Coil out on Blink. Lugia trying to make something happen. Tries to use that phase shift to survive, but not going to be enough. Blink and Ice very low. but it's going to be the Dream Coil wasted, as both these Wings heroes do back up towards this shrine and stay alive. So that's one going the way mid for Wings over CDEC. They've got the puck down. Now let's take a look at the rest of these heroes. Again, we do see Sepp looking for that level 6, just continuing to harass Slark, who's 26-4, but the Knicks and Sepp in front of him 29-7. So doing a pretty swell job up against the Slark, and that really does come to the hands of Demons, who's done quite a bit of a job to harass back these heroes on Wings. So that is Demons, not singular, it is plural, Demons, not Demon. So we take a look over at these heroes, trying to get up towards level 7 is Lugia on this puck. Take a look up top as there's 2 here, Faith Beyond as well as Ice Ice. Ice Ice just trying to roam around as well as he can. He's level 4. And just really looking for a rolling boulder as well as the stun silence with those stone remnants. And he's going to come through, but now the TP is in from Crystal Maiden. So June's going to be on that high ground, going to spot him, but there's the stun as well as the silence trying to come through with the Light Strike Array. He is going to be mid on Blink. They're going to use the Dream Coil as well as the Tombstone to get the return kill on Ice Ice. Quite a bit used for just an Earth Spirit, but it does kind of put back Blink, who's not going to go in deeper on any of that. Lugia does have double damage, so Blink really needs to watch out. Actually, meanwhile, down low, Sepp did get that level 6. He is level 7, has the Vendetta to get the kill on Shadow. Let's see if they fix the fight recap. Just Vendetta, which is wrong. But now the stun comes out on Phoenix, so Wise got to watch out. The Rolling Boulder comes through, not going to hit. He is going to Icarus dive all the way to safety, but now Ice Ice, he's put himself in a little bit of trouble, but low on mana is both Sepp and Demons. So 2-man stun from Ice Ice. But still not really deterring either heroes on the side of CDEC. So Shadow's going to TP in. Maybe they try to make something happen. There's the rolling boulder to the low ground. They do get the silence. Blinks here. Now he's looking to hit that stun, but the 2-man stun comes out. The pounce to the low ground from Shadow as well as that Dark Pact. They are going to use the Laguna Blade. Maybe not the best of ideas, and throwing that illusory orb is the puck, but not going to come all the way through despite having that Dream Coil. So Shrine going to be used up. Dragon Sword was a bit of damage onto that Nick Sepp. And now 6-3. We take another look at that net worth. It's 4,000 in favor of CDEC. Right as I say that, June, Lugia, and Demons, they're going to be looking to make something happen. They do have the Dream Coil available. June not level 6 just yet, but does have 2 in that Frostbite. So they might want to go in on this Slark. Shadow, who's very low. He doesn't have this ult, and I'm not too sure they know that, but they're going to get the Dream Coil off. Shadow in a bit of trouble, and they will find themselves a nice kill. So June and Lugia come down. They do use the Dream Coil, and they didn't know the ulti was down, but obviously you want this kill, so it's not unnecessary, but maybe could have saved it. All things considered, we take a look up top, and now it's the Morphlings in a little bit of trouble. There's the stun from the Slithering Crusher as well as the Light Strike Array. They're going to find themselves a nice kill on the Morphling right on back, so a core for a core. So you're going to start to hit away at this tier 1 up top. Blink and Faith Beyond just hitting away. Meanwhile, scouting forward is Ice Ice. He's going to be waiting for this 10-minute bounty room. Going to pick it up. It's a nice 70 gold bounty for him. Ain't that just amazing? So Wings haven't exactly performed too well in this tournament, or really in this league. They're not worth the most amount of money, but still. So why are we still on last hits and denies? We'll switch that over to the net worth. And top of the net worth is going to be Sepp. Let's take a look over at what he's got. He's going for that Hand of Midas. Should have it at about 12 minutes. Then next up is going to be the Lena Blink. who's here. 3-man smoke. Y showing himself mid. Let's see if they go in. They're going to find themselves in Undying with the rolling boulder. He's a stationary target, so Ice finally hits that one. There's the Light Strike Array as well as the Sun Ray from Y. They'll find themselves a kill. TPing in is Sep, but not going to be anywhere near in time.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So they get themselves an Undying. Ice on the mark this time on a stationary target with that rolling boulder. Nice for him.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And it's now 7-5, and Radiant, aka Wings, they're going to lose that bottom tower. So now even more aggression comes out from CDEC. Demons, June, Lugia making their way over. And this was the crew that came over the first time. They've got Flyby waiting in the wing. And let's see if CDEC spot anybody out. 2 scans going to come out, Dire and Radiant. Not too sure what's what, but they're going to just come on bottom. There's the Dream Coil on Faith Beyond. He's in a whole bunch of trouble. There's the Frostbite as well as the Tombstone. Illusory Orb thrown forward. Lugia will be the one who gets credit for the kill on Faith Beyond. And Faith Beyond is 1-2-2. Not an outstanding game for him, but definitely not as bad as we've seen him in games past in this league. So we actually take a look over mid. Sunray going to come through. Flyby still alive. They've got the Spike Carapace. They're going to come on with the waveform. Sep going to miss that stun. There's the pounce. Sep now in a bit of trouble, but coming through is Lugia. They're going to take out one in Ice, and then follow it up with a kill on Shadow. But not before Shadow gets a kill on Sep. So a 2-for-1 trade. He's coming in with that Illusory Orb. And ooh, actually Laguna Blade. Demon's in a bit of trouble. Does get that decay off on 2. Not going to keep him alive. There it is. Illusory Orb thrown forward once again. Waveform by Flyby. That'll get him a kill on to Blink. And now they've got the Frostbite out on Faith Beyond. But they know Flyby's low as well as Lugia. They'll just back up, heal up at Shrine. So now top 3 of the net worth are all owned by CDEC, who have themselves a 4,000 net worth lead. We take a look at this Morphling going for the Lincoln Sphere, heading towards that Perseverance. Does have the Ring of Health, and he's saving up quite a bit of money. Let's see if he just goes straight for that ulti orb. So you take a look at both these teams, and to me, if the game goes late, it's CDEC. Puck starts to hit very hard, as well as that Morphling. We're going to have some nice scouting vision with that Nyx and Wings. You know, Lena kind of hits her timing with that Bloodstone. You get a couple of kills, you add some stats, or add some ticks to it, and all of a sudden you're a little bit stronger, but come 1 or 2 deaths, all of a sudden it will be trouble. So here with the Vendetta is Sep, going to be under this tower, going to throw the stun from outside that range. There's a Dream Coil as well as the Frostbite. An easy kill, but now Faith Beyond going to come in with a 2-man Slither Crush. This Phoenix is going to use that at Supernova in the middle of everybody, and the Magnetize is there as well. They're going to get themselves one on the puck. They're looking for more. There's the Sword. Not going to keep anybody alive. June's going to go down. And now the Morphling's going to look to finish it up, but he's going to get 1 kill, and Dying's going to be the next one to fall. It's 3-for-1. The Sun Ray continuing to keep Flyby lower and lower. The Slithering Crush comes out, as well as the Light Strike Array, as well as the Laguna Blade, and they'll take out 4. They're looking for more. They're looking for Sep. Avoiding that stun is going to be Shadow, still continuing to go through with that Dark-Hike. He's going to get that pounce, but now the Spike Carapace is going to slow him up for just a moment. Blinking in, Slithering Crush. A couple more shots will do it, and it's a triple kill for Shadow. So it ends up being an entire team wipe, and the doubters of Wings have just been silenced as that fight very much goes their way. A 2-for-5 trade. So now, ooh, Faith Beyond under that Sentry Ward vision. He knows he's dead to right. He's going to try and get a Slithering Crush out, but not going to get it, as Lugia gets the kill on Faith Beyond. Unfortunately, under this Sentry Ward in between the 2 towers. And June and Lugia combine. A nice couple of kills. Coming in is Shadow with that Shadow Blade. June getting very low, but now Shadow might be the one who's in a little bit of trouble. Why just trying to keep him alive? Gonna pop that Dream Coil, and now 2-man stun on both Shadow and Y. And the 2 of them are gonna fall as well. CDEC, they rack themselves up 3 kills. And ultimately, they kind of even up that 2-for-5. They get the other 3 who didn't die in that exchange for none. So 8 intelligence here for the puck. Let's take a look over at this Nyx. He went with the 175 health. The Morphling, 200 mana. Undying, not there yet. And actually, Crystal Maiden is, but it is not a talent taken, as that all adds up to 10. So let's take a look at the other side. Blink, 30-second minus respawn time, as is pretty standard. Faith Beyond, he's gone with that +6 health regen, which is very nice. Early on is this Sardar. We take a look over at Shadow. He's got himself that 10% lifesteal. Phoenix, not level 10 yet, and neither is Ice on the Earth Spirit. So let's take a look. Blink looking for this Bloodstone. Will get himself a nice soul booster. Does have the recipe, so it does finish it off. And now the Blink is actually out for this Nyx. So Sep going to use that Vendetta. Let's see if him or Flyby, and as well as Flyby, can make something happen. They're going to come through on a lot of these heroes. They're going to take a look. They're going to spot Ice. Maybe not go on him first, because they do know that Blink's around the corner. But they're going to spot him all alone. They're going to use that stun as well as the Tombstone to get themselves a kill. Demons pops that ult. Flyby comes through with the waveform, and it will only be a kill on Ice. So he's got the Perseverance, he's got the Ulti Orb, he's looking to finish off that Lincoln Sphere, and only 400 gold away is Flyby, and that'll make him a tougher target to kill for the side of Wings. Meanwhile, Sep, Lugia, June again team up for a nice smoke, 3-man smoke. They're going to be looking for something towards this tier 2, or maybe in between, and let's see if they do head mid, as there's now 3 here for Wings who are going to smoke up as well. So there it is. Blink, Slither, and Crush under the Sentry Ward. He's going to get stunned and silenced. There's the Dream Coil coming out on 2. The Sunrise is going to be out on Sep. Sep's going to use that Spike Carapace to stun it. Meanwhile, on the back end, Shadow getting very low. The ulti drop by June coming in with the Icarus Dive. He's going to be this Phoenix, the Supernova kind of off the mark. Now the Magnetize as well as the Laguna Blade. They're trying to bring down Flyby. He's still alive, standing, but not going to be enough as June and Flyby fall. So trying to do all he can. There's the Blink, Slither, and Crush avoiding the stun is Faith Beyond. They're going to drop the Tombstone coming in with the Icarus Dive is Y. And now Demons, he's going to be in a whole bunch of trouble. He'll fall. Now they're going to take out this Tombstone for a nice little boost in gold. And actually Sep, all the way under this tier 2, in between the tier 2 and 3, is going to be killed by Shadow. I was not following him. So it ends up being a good exchange for Wings, who found themselves in a pretty nice spot. With that fight, we take a look at the XP. It's now in their favor, as well as net worth is starting to get towards about equal.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So let's go around the horn again. Take a look at this Undying. Nothing too crazy. Does have himself treads. Then we take a look at June. It might be as though they're both going for a nice Glimmer Cape. We take a look over at the Morphling, who has finished off this Lincoln's Puck. Going to be there with the Blink Dagger, looking for the Veil next. And then Nyx does have that Blink. Take a look over at Wings. Earth Spirit has that Urn, as well as Tranquil's looking for a Blink next. Lena has the Bloodstone +2. Sitting at 14 Bloodstone charges, as well as the Boots of Travel going for the Yules next. We take a look over at Sardar, has that Blink, and then he's going to be going for the Andamitis. Sark now looking for that Echo Saber. And it's actually level 15, takes the +15 in agility. So they might look to go in on Faith Beyond. He's under this tower. There's the Blink with the stun. Going to be a little bit short. And now coming through is Y with that Sunray. They might look to turn this around. They're going to pop that Lincoln's. And now there's the Supernova in between the Morphling and Nyx. Nyx is going to be pushed back. Blink coming on through. He's going to try and get those couple of last hits. And Light Strike Array going to be avoided by that waveform. But he's going to be in a whole bunch of trouble as Faith Beyond blinks through and gets that final shot out on Flyby. Shadow again, just sneaking about. Gets himself another kill on demons, and... what is that, like 4 or 5 missed kills? It's like 5 Hail Marys for me. Not even Catholic. So we get a nice pause. Let's go around the horn with this. I've already done that a couple times, but why not? So, level 10 plus 4 armor, plus 50 damage, hitting for 151. Easy math. 101 plus 50, 151. Look at you guys. Take a look over at this Sardar. Just about to hit level 13. Does have the Hand of Midas now. Sark has the Echo Saber. We saw that he took the 15 agility, and then this Phoenix minus 20 seconds respawn time with Tranquils and going for a Midas there too. Let's take a look over at CDEC. Undying, not even level 10 yet. Morphling, Lincolns, and now going for that Manta. We take a look over at Puck. Still right about level 14, not level 15 just yet. CM. Just level 10, not level 11. And I think the last time we looked was like 3 minutes ago. So that's just upsetting. So ulti used by June out on this Phoenix, who's getting very low, but now there's the Sunray by Carapace. Sep very cheeky, also hits that stun, and actually coming through is Lugia is going to use that blink, but the Dream Coil gets the kill. Wow. Just like that. They're going to grab themselves too. So Lugia blink with the Dagon level 1. That's what he finished off previously. Thought he'd go for the Veil, but nah, he tricked me. And it will be the Dagon. So Sep again gonna spot blink. You just lost Bloodstone charges, now down to 10. They've got the vision. Let's see if they can make anything happen. He's gonna know that he's coming in on a couple. Sees them walking to Roche, spots that stack. Let's see if he goes in and out. No way. They're gonna steal it right under their noses. I guess Sep just didn't look in. I was pretty sure, or pretty certain that he had hit that, and there's the blink, Slither Crush waveform out. I was pretty certain that Sep. You'd seen them go into Roche. I'm not too sure why they didn't contest. So now they've got that Aegis out on Slark. This is something Wings can make something happen with. So we'll definitely have to see if CDEC, they look to keep the aggression on. They've been winning a couple of these exchanges. They've got Dagon level 1. They've got Sep to grant them the vision. So let's see if they're the ones who try to kind of counter this Aegis out on Slark.
This'll come in handy.
So we take a look up top. Blink is here protected by Ice. Not the best protection, but it is protection nonetheless. And he's going to start to push this tier 2 top. There's going to be a stun as well as a Mana Burn coming out from Sep. He's going to blink to the low ground. Gets hit by that corrosive haze. And now coming over is Faith Beyond. Trying to go in on June, but he's been baited quite a bit. As we take a look down low, there's the Boots of Travel in. Slither and Crush comes through, but unfortunately for Wings, that is an illusion.
What have we here?
So net worth now 2,000 in favor of Wings, as well as 4,000 with the XP, and grabbing that double damage is going to be Shadow. They do have smoke available. 4 here. They're going to smoke right up with Slark showing mid. So we'll see if CDC try to make that rotation over towards the Slark, as he's going to head towards their ancient camps, and Wing's going to come over towards their secret shop jungle area. And they're not going to find anybody, as 3 of CDC are back towards their base. So they're just going to sit, wait, as Wings. Shadow's going to push this tier 2. They're hoping to get a rotation out of CDEC. And if they do, they'll go in on it. But with the Dragon Slave, Blink will show his positioning. And that'll be that. So they get the scan out as well, as it's going to hit on all of the rest of Wings. So they're going to continue to hit away at this tier 2. And not really any retaliation coming out from CDEC. So they'll grab the tier 2 mid, they'll grab the tier 1 down low. Wings, they take a couple of towers with no answer. No answer from CDEC. They're farming up as much as they can. They've got the Morphling with the Yasha now, still looking for that Manta style. Has the Lincoln Sphere still at level 16. We actually take a look down low as an engagement's coming on through. Blink's going to get very low, but he's going to use that Laguna Blade to take out Lugia. There's the Supernova, and that's right on Sep. Let's see if he gets hit by that stun. The Rolling Boulder comes through. He will, and Sep is going to be the second one to fall on CDEC, so it's a 2-0 victory for Wings. So 2-0. Nice little exchange. Rolling Boulder to this high ground. Just, you know, grab that vision. So we take a look down low. Wings, they're looking to take a tier 2 again, this time in the bottom lane. And if CDEC didn't come out to contest their mid lane too, there's really no expectation for them to come down towards the bottom lane to cover that. So Wings just trying to keep the pressure on, continue to push these lanes as well as get these towers, and that's exactly what they're going to do top by sending Blink over there. Take a look over at this Morphling. Once again, does have enough for that ulti orb. Looking to finish off the Manta style recipe as well. Should be about a creep wave or two. And then Morphling should have that Manta style. Let's see if CDEC afterwards. So they do look to fight. Meanwhile, Aegis expires on that Sark, who's now got himself that BKB as well as a gem. So both teams, they seem content with just farming away, trying to extend their advantage as Wings, as they've got themselves a 6,000 net worth lead, and trying to close the gap is CDEC and get their Morphling farm is Flyby. So Flyby, he's got himself that full Manta coming out onto that Courier. Let's see, let's take a look at the rest of the team as it's now Dagon level 3 for Puck. And trying to go straight for that Dagon level 5. So Demons here with Lugia. Maybe looking to make something happen. Meanwhile, down low, Shadow is going to spot out Flyby. Let's see if they can go in on this. They've got the rest of the team rotating, and there it is. There's going to be the silence as well as the stun. The Magnetizer is going to come through. The Pounce is going to leash him up. And there's the Blink with the Slithering Crush. They'll get the kill. So they used not really all too much to get that kill. Meanwhile, we take a look up top over at Blink. He's coming through his Sep. He's got that Vendetta. So they get the kill on the Morphling. Shadow just going to look to continue to push this mid-tier 3. CDEC, they're struggling to really find their opening to kind of counter these maneuvers from Wings. And I can't really blame them. They're trying to wait on their Morphling to get some farm, Puck to get a couple more levels, as well as that Dagon 5. But the longer you wait, the scarier Wings is going to get. As even up to this point, Wings is really running all over the side of CDEC. So Shadow, he's got a full BKB, hasn't even used it just yet. And we take a look over at Blink, where the same stands for him. So Yule's almost finished for Y. We take a look over at Earth Spirit. He's got himself that Glimmer Cape, about 800 gold away from getting that Blink Dagger. And then finally, let's take a look at Faith Beyond, who is really the guy to be looking at towards this in this scrim. And he's 5-3 and 9. He's landed some pretty opportune Slytherin crushes to really turn the tides in these fights. So still just content to farm is going to be CDEC. Wings, they're farming but pushing, and really ultimately keeping the pressure on CDEC to make a move. The longer CDEC waits, the harder this is going to get. They're getting themselves some farm, but also find themselves a couple of towers down. There's the Blink with the Impale, and now the Blink Slytherin Crush BKBs popped around the horn on Faith Beyond and Shadow. They're going to have the Yules as well as the stun. Shadow's got himself one. They're continuing to move on forward. They're going to take out this Tombstone really quickly. Another Slytherin Crush comes out on Demons. He's going to pounce in. The Impale hits on two, but going to be purged off by Shadow. He's going to come through and get himself a second on Demons. So they take out this Puck. They take out this Undying. And they lose none, but they only pop 2 BKBs.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So now going in further is Faith Beyond with the Blink, Slytherin Crush, Dark Pack, another shot with that Echo Saber is Shadow. He'll find himself dominating and now gets another kill. The buyback comes in from both the Crystal Maiden and the Puck. We'll see if Wings stay to play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So they're actually just going to take this tier 3 and back up. This opens up the shrines just to get him a little bit more gold, keep him ahead, and now the Silver Edge out there for Shadow. We take a look over at Blink. He's got himself 15 Bloodstone charges and 250 gold away from that Axe. Faith Beyond now 5, 3, and 12. That BKB only popped once. Blink into a nice Slytherin Crush with that BKB. We take a look over at top. As Sep, he's going to be spotted. Blink, Slytherin Crush immediately destroyed, and now they're looking for more in Demons. He's going to TP out Slytherin Crush. That'll stop that. And Demons, I'm sorry, buddy, but you are a goner, and you will be dead. I don't even know if we're actually friends, but I called him Bud. So another 2 kills go the way of Wings. And Wings, they're all over the map right now. And it's just huge pressure on CDEC. There's the Blink with the Slytherin Crush. Adaptive Strike's going to come through on Faith Beyond. He's going to replicate this Slardar just to try and get out. Here comes the Rolling Boulder through. He's going to be stunned up. There's the Magnetize stunned again. And now with that Corrosive Haze, he's in a little bit of trouble. There's the Silence. He's not going to be able to get out to that replica. He's going to try and use that Manta Style. He's stunned up again. There's the Laguna Blade. And they will not get him. He just escapes. Oh boy, with under 100 health, he gets out. That was very close to really just ending this game for Wings, as Flyby just squeaks away. Lining up those stuns, lining up those silences, making it ever so difficult for that Morphling to find an escape, but eventually he finally gets out. So we take a look, Lena level 22 plus 6% on that spell amp. Take a look over at Shadow, he's level 22 as well, 25 on that attack speed. And he's got himself that Silver Edge picked up with the Echo Saber as well as the BKB, and he's going to spot himself a nice fresh Roche. So no contest from CDEC, rightfully so. And they will grab it, drop the gem, pick up the Aegis' Shadow, and the gem will be picked up by Ice, and then handed over to the courier, I think. Yeah. So there's a 4-man smoke on Faith Beyond. Y, Blink, and Ice going to leave Shadow to his own avail down low. And let's see what Wings can do. They're trying to end this game. They know there's been a buyback on the Crystal Maiden as well as the Puck. If they can just find a kill or two, They should be on easy street to finish off this game. So there it is. Award immediately dewarded. There's Blink, Slither, and Crush coming out. Now the silence as well as the waveform coming through on Y. Y is going to be in a little bit of trouble, but now backed up is this Morphling who's going to be destroyed by the Laguna Blade. Slither and Crush comes out by Faith Beyond. Not going to be hit up by that Spike Carapace. He's got that BKB. There's a Supernova in between this entire side of CDC as well as the Magnetize from Ice Ice. Everybody getting low. That's 3 dead. They're looking for more. They've got the Yules out on Demons Hillfall. Crystal Maiden will be the last one alive. June, you can only do so much. By so much, you get yourself a kill on Y, but it's not going to be enough. And that's all 5 dead on CDEC, and that's all she wrote for CDEC in this game 1 is Wings. They take it 31-20, 35, just about 36 minutes in. So Wings, they take game 1, looking pretty stellar. We'll be heading on to game 2 in just a moment. We take a look at this scoreboard, and people have been asking me for this for a little bit. I always forget. But, you know, you take a look at the net worth. Top of the net worth was Blink on that Lena. Never got behind. Always stayed ahead. And then next up is Shadow at 19-8. So a very good game from Wings. Let's see if they could take the series 2-0. A lot of people in chat were telling me it was going to be a 1-1 split. I know this is the bottom 2 of 3 teams down low in this bracket right now for DPL. But Wings, I think they are the better team, and they're going to show us something again, game 2, which we'll be right back with in just a moment. I'm your caster, BCop, at BCop92 on Twitter, at BKOP92. I got to spell that for you guys because sometimes I've been called BCup. It just hurts my feelings. So we'll be back in just a moment. Thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate it.